Welcome back to the Zen Tube. Before we begin today, caught the notes, still looking at the camera. Before we begin today, I would like to say shouts out to all of the lovers. Shouts out to all of the lovers. The people who wish to make a better world for everybody, not just themselves. For everybody, even their enemies. Thank you for being. Today's topic, Zen's Unpopular Opinions, episode 4, continuation, part 2 of previous episode. The opinion being, faith is everything. Faith is everything. So I've been mulling over this last talk and feel it's important to share all of the downloads I've been receiving regarding this discussion, continual conversation. And as always, this video is being freestyled. I am simply now doing it pre-recorded so that I may do some little edits. So, I got some notes, so it's a little bit more in tune instead of just entirely freestyle. Okay, cool. So where do we begin? Faith, part 2. Faith is everything. An acronym came to me. Faith is the process of focusing attention into the here. As we focus our attention into the here, we are practicing faith. So whatever filter, whatever framework, whatever lens that we choose to view this life, this focus through the here, is how we will receive that reality, that experience. Atheists still believe in nothing. An atheist relationship with God is that of a negative relationship. It's a denial. It's like turning your back to something. Just because you turn your back to something doesn't mean it's not there anymore. And you can use all the words you want to try to frame it in a way to make it seem like it's not there. But it's here. It's here always. This is right now. Welcome. So the faults of faith are, first one, going back to it, believing everything you hear. This happens when you don't know yourself. If you don't know yourself, then you're always looking outside of yourself for examples to remind you of yourself. So in order to remind you of yourself, you're looking externally. However, if you get lost in the game of looking externally for clues of who you are internally, based on the reactions and responses that arise in your body, when stimulated by external sensations, that's who you are internally. You are not the sensations or the experiences that cause those sensations. You're the witnesser of that sensation. So if we're getting lost in what is causing joy or bliss or sadness or catharsis within us, then we will fall for anything, we'll believe everything if we're consistently going outside of ourselves looking for ourselves. It's important to believe in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, you won't believe in everything else outside of you. In fact, when you remember who you are, which is nothing, no shape, no space, no time, no form, no thing, eternal essence of nothingness. When you remember that you are nothing, then you remember that everything is an illusion. And when you remember that everything is an illusion, then you no longer have to believe in the things that are external to validate your internal belief structures. So if you have a feeling that you are a divine being, you don't need external confirmation. All you need to feel is that feeling, and have faith in that feeling, and cultivate that feeling. Ask, where is this feeling coming from? Why is it arising? How can I channel this in a creative, sustainable, symbiotic fashion? Onward! Believing in nothing, like I said, is for believing in nothing, like being atheistic, or believing that this is all random, happening by happenstance, or not, or believing that the world's out to get you. That's still belief. Yeah, this is simply like believing in nothing is simply like, you're still believing, but like nothing, like, oh, like there's no God, or that nothing is divine, it's all just random simulation computer shit. You're still believing that, so it's like, how are you using this belief ability to fuel yourself? No one can believe in you as much as you can believe in you. That's just how it goes. You gotta fill up your own cup. Yeah, because otherwise you're just practicing faith as a failure, and maybe that's a part of your lesson. I've been there. When I was prepubescent, I was hella angry at the world and considered myself atheistic and all. And yeah, it's I believed in nothing and I hated everything. And then one day I woke up and I was like, why do I keep waking up and not want to be here? That doesn't make sense. I feel like I would have created this experience so that I would enjoy being here. Whoa. I can choose to enjoy to be here, or at least not to enjoy it, at least not be pissed off and hateful about it. I can choose to flip the script and perceive and receive this input with a positive lens. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I don't know. Here we are. Let me see what's working out. One breath at a time. Another way that there's a fault in faith is when you believe that your beliefs are the only beliefs and that everybody should conform to your beliefs.
That's a demon.
Anytime anybody tries to tell you to be something other than yourself, unless... It depends. It's not what you say, it's how you do it. A real one will get your back and will tell you when you're stepping out of line. At the same time, a demon is going to try to tell you to believe something just in general. Like real ones don't have agendas to attempt to tell people to believe a specific way or to program themselves. Like, real ones encourage other real ones to tap into their internal essence, their internal source. Whereas demons attempt to convince other people to worship and believe in their stories and idols. I don't give a fuck who it is. Also, projecting your beliefs onto other people. There's a fault in that. Remembering that everybody is experiencing reality from their own frame of where they are, and they have a great load of conditions and experiences under their belt that have shaped that reasoning as to why they perceive reality in such a way. So for me to project this belief that I am a divine being onto you is not fair, so I'm not going to hold you to that standard. I'll hold myself to that standard, and by doing so, it allows others to recognize that they have the same capacity. But I'm not going to be like, you need to do this. I'm not going to be upset if you're not doing it. I'm just going to do it. And do it. Because that's what it's meant to be done. And that's what, when I'm doing what's meant to be done, I feel good, Like, checking out them boxes and shit. Like, what? Who would have thought? Whoa, mission accomplished. It's like all these side missions and all these main missions. It's like, I don't even know. I'm just playing this game right here. Somehow this body's moving around, but faith, bro. Yeah, some good stuff. Like, honestly. Like, honestly. To believe in yourself is like the highest high you can feel. It's also like the groundedest ground. Breathe into yourself. Steep in your essence. How are you talking to yourself? Are you being nice to yourself? Are you being nice to those around you? Are you being kind? Because fuck being nice, honestly. Are you being kind to yourself? The final fault of faith is beliefs have the ability to become boxes. And oftentimes, people are boxing themselves into their faith, which then separates them from the rest of the world, which is not cohesive for communication or relation or connection. And so, for practicing faith, it's important to remember to be open with our faith, to perceiving and receiving, and having healthy boundaries for ourselves so that we're not letting in things that are going to want to take advantage of our faith. That has no space here. Though, at the same time, when are your beliefs becoming limiting? Are your beliefs limiting you from achieving your fullest self? What can you believe in that will allow you and encourage you to step into your divinity? What beliefs, mantras, thought forms, structures, patterns, programs would you like to integrate into your everyday life so that you may activate into this reality in your co-creative experience? And what is the intention behind that? Faith. Okay.